So this guy is going to have to probably go up here. And you go out to there. All right. I'm just going to do this piece for right now. I want to get this going up. We know it's going to be 6. So if I want to come down here, I need to start the stairwell here. Now we could fill these guys in. Fact, just do it like that. We'll think about it. Okay. It's probably still not in the right spot, actually. The stair needs to be in the center. It needs to go over one more. That's fine. It needs to go to, I think, here. Yes, you need to go be there. That's fair. Okay, you probably don't need to be there. All honesty, probably not. So weird. I wonder. It's so weird it doesn't let you do that anymore. Okay. Let's let's get the stairs in and see if we're in the right place first of all, and we'll see. We are 2 meters off still. Interesting. That's fair. Because what I could do here is do it like that. Now you just do it like that. Just like that. In fact, what you do here is you do this. There we go. And now we're up here. Now we're starting to create the layers and levels that I love so much in this game. The only thing is, I'm gonna have to figure out is how I want to support this guy going up. I think we can grab you and just go up like that. And we go up like that, and that should get me like that, and that's enough to support that in my mind. We need to put one more, but that allows me to get upstairs. So we need to do the same thing at the other end. Okay. Just have to start and go the opposite direction. We need to start over here. It's always tricky to get this started. Like that. So yeah, so we got our stairwell there, we got a stairwell over here. So yeah. The other thing I had promised myself, but I don't really have the space in here to do it, is one thing I wanted to do is not use stairwells like this. This is a pretty narrow stairwell, but this is not a very wide area, so this is a typical Assembler style stairwell. With height, uses as little space as possible to get all the way to the top. And now we're up. So yeah, I have a tendency to build this type of stairwell, and I don't know how I feel about it sometimes. I mean, it works, but I have built a lot of these that are tight like this, and it's definitely, if you look on some of the other builds, I'm definitely working my way out of using this particular style that I've used forever. But in this particular location, it's perfect. We're very vertical, and it works very well. In fact, we did that. Problem is, it doesn't tie into anything, and that's the problem I have with it. Well, over here, it's a little more interesting, though, because I don't have the walkway going up. So I could probably just get away with it doing what it's doing here. We could get away with a little bit more over here. Especially if we do some things with the roof here. Ah! How do we feel about those? They kind of block the light a little bit, but they're spindly, so they don't really block the light. Oh, I'll fly there. The point is, if I didn't have a jetpack, how would you get around? Right? Honestly. If you don't have a jetpack, or you run out of jetpack fuel, how are you going to get back up there? You know what I mean? That's kind of how I look at it.
Azuro Light Crusader is now following.
Hey, thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Hey, Garlic Bread. I do appreciate the comment, though. Yeah, but that's one of those things. In my mind, you got to have access to all the floors in some way or shape or another. Otherwise, it doesn't pass the plausibility test, right? That's just my brain doing my brain's things. But yeah, it's more of get it up there, kind of get it where it fits in a way that I deem that it should, and then just go from there. I will say though, I'm not sure how much I really like it that way. It feels really enclosed now, and I don't like it. This is what I used to get myself into trouble with a little bit. Partly because I think you could overdo it sometimes, and I kind of feel that right now. So I'm gonna peel it back, and then maybe we use a different material to help support it. Right. I'm just trying to break some old habits. And this is a very old habit. This is not a habit. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the design, right? It's just that I want it to be a little more spindly. And you can see we have some things to do with the pipe work too. Ah, I crashed underneath. So yeah, I really like how that looks. I've got to fix the lights. I know they're done on purpose so that I don't have to take them off when I build that. Okay. Let's get a little more in here, I guess. Let's kind of work on a little bit. I want you. I hear you laughing.
A honey badger does not kill you to eat you. It tears off your testicles.
It does
We do
not.
need to put the lighting in here still, but I haven't got that far yet. We're going to put in the ceiling lights, but they're going to be dim, and they're going to be a warm color light in here, so it should look really interesting. I know what you did, ECAS. I know what you have done. I know what you've done. I'll fix it here in just a second, my friend. I know. Yeah, I need to do ECAS's redeem here real quick, guys. Give me just a second. While I work my way through this part of the build. What we're basically doing when we build this out, my philosophy is it kind of starts to push down. You start to take the height and you're starting to spread it out. I always like to use walkways and catwalks and those type of things to kind of start to settle the build where you've got these interesting layers and different heights. It does it for me, and it always has. Okay. So like you're going to be underneath here, so we might need to do some lighting. I mean, it's dark underneath here, but we'll deal with the lighting piece of it later. What we need to work on is this railing, and do that for right now. And then I think I'm gonna do a different fence over here. We're gonna do something different again. What's to say that we don't do this? And I'm smelling food, so you know how that works, right? Oh. What if we did this? Oh, even better. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, I've got something even better. Yes, ECAS, I still see it. And I know you're waiting for me to forget, then you can bother me about it. I know, but my brain is doing my brain's things. All right, we'll run that to there. Ooh. That's what I'm talking about right here. I like that. Ah, it's because of the way I have the barrier set up. Hold on. I need to maybe eat here real quick. What if we... and not use chrome, but use the blue just for the color? I like that. Cool. Let me fly over here. I'm going to take a quick break. I need to get ECAS's hat redeemed done. And then I need to put the roof on this, just kind of, and then continue to work on some more items in here and see if we can start getting this wrapped up a little bit. Wow. Turn that off. I mean, that just looks eerie. That's kind of the look, though, I've wanted. I really, really wanted is that type of look. I think it's very... at night is exactly what I was looking for. We'll have just enough light to light the fuel gens up underneath. And then I think these will just be left outside. I think that's the play. And then we're going to do the same thing with this one over here as if we're doing with this building. So yeah, it should look pretty good. You're kind of looking at it. This is the turbo fuel plant. There's a standard. We're doing diluted packaged fuel into turbo fuel, and we're doing heavy turbo fuel. This is the heavy turbo fuel side. It's about half the amount of power that the other side is. This is the future 4-track main line that comes into and be doing a lot of our ore coming in. Heavy oil residue. We're getting the oil from the Desert Canyon that's over there. It's 900 oil. 600 of it's going to turbo fuel. The other is going to be made into the factory to build the factory. So those items. We have 2 of these guys floating in here. We're sinking the excess material as needed. This is the building. This is what we've come up with as a design for this portion of the build, which is the compacted coal. This is an extension of it. I wasn't originally going to be doing the tunnel again. Like in here. Yeah. We have a glass floor so you can watch the materials flow. The light's angled? Steel beam. I just now noticed these are blue lights in there. I don't know why they're in there like that, but they don't need to be in there. I was playing around. I don't think I ever pulled those out. Yeah, just the beam like that, and they'll snap to it. If you want to know what a pain in the ass is, what turned out to be a royal pain, I'll show you a royal pain. See the angled lights here? That's a 1 meter, this is a 2 meter ramp, so it's the 1 meter rise, basically. This, I've got a blueprint. This is a nightmare to build this on this slope. That's all built from hand, and I don't want to do it again. I just finished that side of it yesterday, and it sucked every minute of it. Anyway, let me go back to what we've got. So when we get this building a little more complete, there'll be batteries on the roof. It provides some, just a basic level of detail. So the roadways, the train lines, and all that is blueprinted. This is the other side of it. Yes, that's a hypertube that runs through this building. Got our doors, starting to put our doors in. So underneath the builds, you can still see all our roadways. These are blueprinted. So we have these different layers, basically. This right here is a temporary oil setup. Oh yeah, dude, I have to keep things. I wouldn't be able to function. This is a temporary oil setup for plastic and for rubber. This is a very temporary setup for computers and heavy modular frames, so I can just get everything unlocked. And then this is gonna change significantly underneath here. But this is where our storage is and our factory to build the factory. This is the logistics area, and it goes into storage here. And I haven't built a lot of the detail in here yet, so this is... We've got these sinks on rounded pieces here. So this will all be rounded up to this floor. Eventually, all the ore that comes from this part of the world is going to be... These belts are all going to change. Probably within, I would say, beginning of December, we'll be in here really reorganizing all of this. But this is the logistics floor. This is a 12-meter logistics floor. And you can see the highway is still showing. You can see all the lights on it. The belt bridges are all blueprinted as well. I built that one there before I had the blueprints, so it's got to get ripped out and redone. This is the actual manufacturing floor, which I've got everything automated through motors right now. And then there's this. This is the other area of finish is in here. And again, it's that the beam's angle. This is iron plate and iron rod. So this is what this is going to look like for the most part. Now, that is a miner that's underneath there, by the way. We have walkways up onto the top of these machines. We got some orange accent lights. We've got these lights in. They're temporarily hooked up to a switch over here. And then we have just doors. I always think about walkability because, I mean, not every... There's a certain point where you don't have the jetpack. You know, and I was like, how am I going to build this thing out and get up and down? Do I have the... It's not over here right now, is it? No. So, but I've got some design work started. I just haven't got anywhere yet. This is the space elevator area. with space elevator part factories, which I've prototyped there. That's about as far as they've got. This is our where we're making liquid biofuel. This is all biofuel. This is all sluggos getting in with the zoops. Yeah, I like the insides. The outside we haven't gotten to a lot of yet. But this is right here. When these buildings are complete, these are like, you would take, you know, Fix-It's suits and you want to show them the pretty areas of your factory. So these will all be really well lit. And all nice finish on everything. Like, we can watch, this is all off, by the way. We can watch all the material go up in here. All these machines will be behind glass with, you can see the materials dropping in. Yeah. Bean approves. This is the other one. Exactly. Yeah. Like these stairs. A lot of this will be hidden by ceilings, but all you will see is these, you know, these items here. And then this back here is all subject to change. It's neat and organized. I built everything as neat as I always try to build everything, but this is all going to change. As you can tell, I didn't have a lot of the recipes, so I was using steel screws. We're going to get away from those. This is all for the copper over here. And copper wire and the rest of it. And this is all direct feed. So what's happening here is, see all the ore going straight in, and we're feeding the wire upstairs. All these smelters are going to come out of here. Because we're going to go with, you see there'll be an under factory in here too. So all of this will come out and we'll rebuild it so it's all ingots. Water's all coming from the way out there. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to refine them. I made that decision pretty on in the playthrough. I want a massive ore smelting complex. And then with the changes too to steel, needing all that concrete to make beams and to make pipes so you could produce more. Deuterium, quartz, concrete, copper, and iron. I'm going to do iron this time too. Iron is really... We're going to probably have, I would say, one line of each on a 480 pure coming in. I don't like the alloys per se. Once you have the pure recipes, you could really hammer those out pretty good. But this is kind of, again, you can see all the belt work underneath. There's the... My coal power plant is way on the coast over there. So, yeah. I owe Ekaz a hat. I am also almost out of a drink. But that's kind of basically what I've built. Full power plant doesn't have a lot of lighting in it. We'll fly over there and then I'll take a quick break.